Here's Paddy Power's new and exclusive Kicker feature. Simply place a bet, add a kicker, and if your team wins big, you'll win bigger. 18 plus gambleaware.co.uk. T&Cs apply.
Hello. It's Bruce Millington, Dan Childs, Ian Wilkerson and Paddy Powers, Adrian Croak, and we're looking ahead to 2 live Sunday televised Premier League games and a Monday night football as well. So loads and loads of great football this weekend and some difficult clashes for punters to try and solve. Starting at 1:30 on Sunday with Liverpool versus Southampton. There have been over 2.5 goals in Liverpool's last 5 home games and in 5 of Southampton's last 6 away games. So will the guys go for goals? Before we get their verdicts, what's the latest betting from Paddy Power?
So Liverpool here are 4-7, the draw is 100-30, and Southampton are 9-2.
OK, Dan, lead on.
I think Southampton will give them a tough game, actually. I mean, they've played each other 3 times this season. Southampton have kept 3 clean sheets. The 2 semi-finals in the League Cup and the 0-0 draw at St Mary's. So I just think I watched Liverpool at Watford on Monday, and I was more disappointed with how Watford played than impressed by Liverpool. I thought Watford didn't challenge them at all. They looked like they were on the beach, similar to the whole game before. So I wouldn't go too much by that performance. They're still missing Henderson, still missing Sane. And Southampton against Hull, I mean, you could look at that and think, are they on their holidays? I just think the balance wasn't right there. They played sort of 2 number 10s with Boufal and Tadic, who normally they play one or the other. They're not going to do that at Anfield. They'll be a bit more solid, and I just think they'll be tough to beat. I'm looking at the draw at 27-10.
The draw, OK. Wilco, what do you think?
Well, Liverpool seem to have... it's in their hands now to finish in the top 4, isn't it? But they have slipped up in the last couple of home games. They drew with Bournemouth and then lost to your boys. It'll be a big boost to them if Coutinho's fit after he limped off on Monday. But the big plus for me for Liverpool is the fact that Lallana's back. I really like it. He gives them so much energy, and he's one
quality.
He's one of my favourite players.
All together.
He's one of my favourite players. He's demonstrated that in his performances for England over the last couple of years. Knits it all together. He's a goal threat as well. He's not scored for a while, admittedly, but I think he could rise to the big occasion against his old club. He's 6-1 for the first goal. Still a bit of each way in that, I think.
What are you going to tip, Adrian?
Yeah, I do actually think Liverpool are decent enough. A bit short, but I would back them at 4-7 here. I think Southampton are pretty much gone to the beach. There's issues with Puel there as well. I'm not sure if he'll still be there in the summer, so how willing the players...
He's done a good job, hasn't he? I don't know why he's under pressure.
Yeah.
Who knows?
What was he going to do?
They might have someone lined up. They're pretty good at finding managers, aren't they, Soton?
Yeah.
OK, so what are you going to go for, you biased Scouser?
Again, Liverpool with probably one of the worst defences in the top 6. I might be going with the result in both teams to score here, where you can take them at 21-10.
Rightio. Quickly, let's try and see how many we can get to. They played for both clubs. It's the easiest they played for both clubs there is, isn't it? Let's try and get 8 together. Come on, quick.
Jimmy Case.
Oh, that's a hard one. Go for
setting
the
the bar
low-hanging
high.
fruit first. OK, Jimmy Case, Lallana, Lovren, Mane, Klein, yeah, of course. That's 5. Any advance? Mark Wright, that's a very good one. Yeah, Kevin Keegan.
Oh, yeah,
Kevin
I've heard of
Keegan, 7. Come on, chaps. Let's think. There's got to be one more. We can't stop yet. One more. Oh, bollocks. 7. That's not bad. Right, 4 o'clock. Arsenal versus Man United, Frank Stapleton. United, it's still amazing this, isn't it? Because they're languishing outside the Champions League, and yet they're undefeated in their last 25 Premier League games. Peter Crouch. Well done. Yeah, that was very good.
Stock answer.
We got 8. I bet we get to 10 in dribs and jabs before we finish this. Arsenal have won 8 of their last 10 home games. So, a difficult puzzle. Arsenal favs, and what's the latest 90-minute betting, Adrian Croak?
So we've got Arsenal here at evens, the draw is 13-5, and Man United are 27-10.
Let's stick with you, Adrian. What do you think is going to happen here?
I first saw that Arsenal price and thought it was a little too short, but again, United are just going to be coming back from the Europa League. I think they're probably going to start coming. If Liverpool have won against Southampton, Arsenal are going to go off even shorter. United just aren't going to put in the effort. It's a hard one. If I'm backing anyone here, I actually think I would go for Arsenal.
OK, I didn't understand a word of that because I was trying to think of players to get to they play for both clubs. So, Adrian tipped whatever he just said. Dan, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to go for Arsenal as well, actually. I just think United, I mean, the last real chance they had of making the top 4 was that Swansea game, and they were still awful in that match as well. And this game, being between the Europa matches, I just think that with the running they got, still got to play at Arsenal, still got to play at Spurs, Man United. I just think they've given up the ghost on this top 4 now. Man City and Liverpool's run-ins are very, very good as well. So realistically, they've got very little chance now top 4. And I think Arsenal have probably got a better chance actually at top 4. If they can put a run together, they're more likely to put pressure, I think, on those teams above them. So this is the cup final still a way away yet. So this is a big, big game for Arsenal, a must-win really to have a chance at top 4, and I think they'll win it.
Righty-ho. Wilco, what do you think?
Bruce Grobbelaar.
Did he?
Yeah,
He did, yeah.
Did he?
Yeah. Anyway.
Jamie Redknapp.
Jamie Redknapp.
That's your 10. That's
Well,
it.
yeah,
We're weighed in.
no, we need a team. We need to go. We need to go all
I'm not
the
your
way.
goalkeeper. You know,
We need to go away now.
Anyway, this game, Man United. A lot's going to depend on what happens on in Vigo. I mean, if you say, they're going to prioritise that. It's going to be a tough ask if they lose by a couple of goals. If they lose 2-0 on Thursday, then all of a sudden the league becomes a lot more important. Arsenal need to put in a show after not turning up at Spurs last week. So I think it will depend on what happens to United on Thursday. But there's scope for this being a low-scoring game, which makes a draw a big runner. So 13-5, I think a draw is a decent bet.
Okay, Monday Night Football sees Chelsea take on Middlesbrough in a game that, when they decided this was going to be live on Monday, probably did seem quite promising. Chelsea vying for the championship, for the title rather. Middlesbrough battling to stay up, but now they're both pretty much done deals. So I guess, Adrian, you're pretty much pricing this up on the basis that Chelsea are going to absolutely waltz to victory here.
Indeed we are. Chelsea are 1-6. The draw is 13-2 and Middlesbrough 16-1.
Okay, Dan Childs, you go first.
I think Chelsea will win this comfortably. And I mean, normally you could see them almost settling for like a 2-0 result, and Middlesbrough almost settling for the same as well in the middle of the season. But I think Middlesbrough, I mean, they are having a bit of a go at the moment. I mean, the Man City game, they didn't play as if they felt they were down, and I think they're going to go into this and they're going to have a go again, because as unlikely as it seems, if they did.
Oh! David Speedy.
Oh,
that's our 11. Sorry. As Samuel L. Jackson said in Pulp Fiction, did I break your concentration?
As unlikely as it seems, if they did win the game, they would have a chance still of staying up, a realistic chance. So I think they've got to have a go, and that's going to leave them even more exposed at the back. So instead of 2-0 Chelsea, I'm looking at Chelsea 3-0, Chelsea 4-0, around 6-1, 10-1.
Okay. Wilco.
yeah, I'll be betting on a couple of correct scores as well. It's 1-8, 1-6. Beg pardon. It's not the sort of first that I want to be getting stuck into. Even though Chelsea, I think they're just going to keep ticking on until they get over the line. Now, the game at Everton on paper did look their toughest test, and they waltzed that. And I expect them to win quite comfortably. A little bit different, perhaps 2 might do. So 2-0's 5-1, 3-0 6-1. I'll be perming them.
Okay, jolly good. Thank you very much indeed, gentlemen. Thank you for watching or listening, and do join us next Thursday for another Racing Post football postcast.
Check out Paddy's new kicker feature. If you fancy your team to run riot, add a kicker to your bet. And if your team win big, you win bigger. Paddy Power, you beauty.